It's Friday, September 7th. Welcome to TV7.ca News. I'm Paul Hukalak. Today we talk about the city's new administration building in Campbell Business Park, a local grant program which could help fund your environmental project, and an online documentary about your local hockey club. But first, St. Albert RCMP are on the lookout for 3 men who are alleged to have stolen jewelry from St. Albert Centre. According to Mounties, on August 8th, a little after 1 p.m., the 3 suspects entered Paris Jewelers, where 2 of them distracted the employee, while the third stole 46 necklaces. RCMP have video surveillance of the incident, but have been unable to identify the individuals involved. If you have any information which may help in the investigation, you're urged to contact RCMP or Crime Stoppers. The city of St. Albert is finding itself in need of some more elbow room at St. Albert Place. According to Mayor Kathy Heron, city staff have been short of space for quite some time. As such, the city has purchased a building in Campbell Business Park. The building at 110 Carlton Drive was purchased for $8.8 million through city reserve funds. It's relatively new, with the city expecting it'll only need routine upgrades and renovations through its life cycle. The city had already been leasing space on the main floor for the past few months. Mayor Heron says the new offices will give the city flexibility in terms of space planning and enable them to house administrative staff for years to come. St. Albert City Council would like the province to consider strengthening the Gaming, Liquor and Cannabis Act. Currently, the act equates the smoking of cannabis with smoking tobacco. As marijuana has an intoxicating effect, City Council believes the province should instead align cannabis consumption with drinking liquor and regulate it accordingly in public spaces. Toward that end, Council has endorsed resolution calling on the province to make the change to the act. Mayor Kathy Heron will be championing the resolution at the 2018 Alberta Urban Municipalities Association Convention, or the AUMA Convention. Consuming cannabis becomes legal in Canada on October 17th. Do you have an idea for an environmental project but don't have the funding to make it a reality? Well, the City of St. Albert may be able to help you make it a reality. Until October 4th, the city is accepting applications for the Environmental Initiatives Grant Program. They're encouraging any community groups of 2 or more residents, nonprofit societies, charitable organizations, and schools to consider applying. Eligible applicants could get up to $5,000 in assistance from the city. Past recipients of the grants include Robert Rundle Elementary to help fund programs for a school environment club, the Society of Friends for the St. Albert Botanic Park to install a new irrigation system, and the Grandin Village Gardeners to help construct a community garden. The program, launched in 2007, has a goal of funding 150 projects by 2020. To date, over 115 community initiatives have been given assistance. If you're interested, you can apply online and get more details by checking out the city's website at www.stalbert.ca. And after the break, a new documentary goes inside the St. Albert Raiders Hockey Club.
Nothing is funnier than a box full of puppies. And despite our best efforts, we can't compete. TV7.ca. Slightly less entertaining than a box full of puppies.
Every child deserves a clean, safe environment where they can learn and grow through arts, crafts, and daily activities. Every parent deserves the peace of mind knowing that they have dependable, quality childcare for their little one. Proudly servicing St. Albert families for over 18 years. Enchanted Forest Daycare.
If one of your favorite memories growing up happens to be intramural sports, then maybe a recreational sports league is for you. I've recently had the opportunity to sit down with a couple of the founding members of St. Albert Sports and Rec, Mary and Wendy.
We're St. Albert Sport and Rec. If you want to come out and check us out, we're going to be playing our first session this Sunday night.
Flag football.
Flag football at the St. Albert Rugby Club. We'll be there from 4
to 7.
There's a beautiful patio. Come have a beer. You can learn about our league, talk to us, and see if you want to play, and check out the atmosphere.
Come say hi.
You can check out our website, stalbertsportandrec.com, and we're on Facebook, St. Albert Sport and Rec, Instagram. Find us there.
Covering what matters to you. For TV7.ca News, I'm Lisa Rufiange.
A pair of St. Albert filmmakers have released a new documentary online. Once a Raider, Always a Raider is a look inside your St. Albert Raiders hockey club. I sat down with directors Justin Kieber and Sam Reed to talk about the film.
You always wanted to play at the highest level you could.
Whenever you're throwing that jersey, it's exciting.
St. Albert's been one of the strongest organizations in Alberta.
It's about accountability, it's about respect.
It's just a way of life.
The Raiders gave me the opportunity to play at that level. For me, that was huge.
You know you always have a good chance to win, you always have a good team.
All the characteristics that we apply to hockey, we also apply to real life as well.
Being a Raider, you get the opportunity to meet a lot of good people.
St. Albert has established female hockey right from the ground roots up.
Just representing Raiders, of course, is just something that we're all proud to do.
Winning the SO Cup was truly extraordinary, and it will be something that I will never forget.
There's a massive legacy that comes with the Raiders program.
For me, I've been fortunate to continue playing.
The expectation is you're going to come here, you're going to be a hockey player. You're going to be a good person, you're going to be a good student, and you're going to be a good teammate.
Well, I guess it started off as like a promotional video for the Raiders Hockey Club. They wanted something to kind of represent our club, something to pitch into players coming up from Pee Wee, and then also something to pitch from players out of town, so they don't go, to hockey clubs or anything like that. I think that was kind of the general idea, and then it kind of grew into something what it is now.
Yeah, it was kind of like started as more of a promotional short video for them, and then as we kind of got into the nitty gritty of it and started kind of finding that there was more that we wanted to really do with it, and like the guys at the Raiders organization, they gave us like complete creative freedom for it, so we pretty much could just be like, well, let's kind of just in editing it turned into this 12-minute documentary, and we just
Once a Raider, Always a Raider is available to watch right now on youtube.com. Well, in spite of the cool weather, the pool was full of dogs this past Monday at the annual Grosvenor Dog Swim. St. Albertans and their furry family members came out in full force in support of the Second Chance Animal Rescue Society, SCARS. SCARS volunteer Lara Oniscu says the event was very successful. Oniscu explains what the Edmonton and Athabasca-based charity is all about.
So what's happening is a blast. It's lots of fun. We have the Grosvenor Outdoor Pool opens up their pool the last day of the year for the dogs. They get to come out, have a swim, have some fun, play with others. It's a good time. Second Chance Animal Rescue is a rescue organization that takes the unwanted animals from most of the northern communities, and we get them all fixed up, do any veterinary care that's needed, and find them loving homes.
For more information on SCARS, you can visit their website, scarscare.ca. If you've got some hefty trash you've been looking to get rid of, now's your opportunity. The fall curbside large item pickup is getting underway, giving you a chance to dispose of larger household items at the curb on your brown garbage collection day. Zone A pickup for the neighborhoods of Jensen Lakes, North Ridge, Deer Ridge, Braeside, Kingswood, Woodlands, Oakmont, Inglewood, and Erin Ridge will go from September 10th to 14th. Zone B pickup for the neighborhoods of Lacombe Park, Mission, Riverside, Grandin, Heritage Lakes, Sturgeon Heights, Forest Lawn, Pineview, and Aikinsdale will go from September 17th to 21st. Only 2 items will be accepted per house, but no extra garbage tags will be required for this disposal. The city asks that all items weigh less than 200 pounds. There are a few items the city won't accept. Those include anything containing Freon or coolant, vehicle and car parts, hazardous waste, or assembled swing sets. The city anticipates collection of large items may take several days due to the expected volume, and ask that you leave items out over the course of the event until they're collected. Work continues on some local roads through the summer and into the fall. Until November, there are intermittent lane closures on St. Albert Trail north of Neil Ross Road as work continues on a new intersection for Erin Ridge. Due to construction, there is a temporary lane closure off St. Albert Trail southbound to westbound St. Vital Avenue. No right turns are being permitted. You can detour on McKenney Ave or Muir Drive. The City of Edmonton also wants St. Albert residents to know there's roadway construction on 127th Street just north of the Anthony Henday. That goes until November, and you can expect delays. And finally, the city would like to invite you to take part in a candlelight vigil this upcoming Monday. The vigil is in support of World Suicide Prevention Day, September 10th. Every year, the Canadian Association for Suicide Prevention uses the day to help promote an understanding of suicide and highlight effective prevention activities. You're encouraged to come down to St. Albert Place at 7 p.m. to light a candle for those who are despairing, grieving, or supporting someone who is struggling. And that'll do it for today. Don't forget, if you have any news tips or community events you'd like to share with our viewers, you can email us at news@tv7.ca or message us on our Facebook page. From all of us here at tv7.ca, I'm Paul Huckalak.